Hello, and welcome to Jordan's Journey Journal. My name is Jordan. Today's date is voting day, MFers, so you better get out there and shuffle yo asses. I don't care who you vote for as long as you do it. November 3rd, 2020. Today's journal entry date is November 3rd, 2020. Recording date, November 3rd, 2020. And the posting date is, as always, to be determined. Now, this journal entry is just another letter to Jay. I like these. They're really good. They go a little bit deeper, cut a little bit deeper, but we're gonna hop in it right now. So without further ado, let's get into the journal entry written by who? Oh, me, yo dude. Let me break it down to you real easy, Jay. Today is a day where karma pays, but in an upward swing. You have everything you need, King. Don't sweat the small things, because like I say, you have a brighter future every day. So just sing. And even if you think that these letters to you are the same, just know that mustard seeds still grow great trees. It's like Inception. It's like that game. If you say it's going to be good, then when that mention, you're going to find yourself with this universal lesson, Dame. You can choose to look at the brighter side of things. You can choose to find that ever-present silver lining. You can choose to call yourself king because even though your bank account is low, you are no peasant, bro. Just do me this one favor and don't let the man keep you down. You're gonna find your own way out of this king's town that he thinks is a kingdom. Well, you can own an acre of land and your neighbor Stan will still call you dumb for not investing in quick fixes like guns. But you're smarter than most, Jay, when it comes to your life. That's why I choose to let neighbor Stan talk your ear off day and night. It's because you never know the mustard seeds of advice. But watch that dual-bladed knife. For if you listen close and let the ideas cement too deep, you'll be kissing at the king's feet. You too will be investing in land for the man and not growing pot and selling the plant fist over hand. So flip the plan and try not to flip off Stan. You'll make great out of the land given to you by the king. But think, my king, I think you'd rather be painting. You'd rather be writing and friends inviting to this new grand quest, yet don't get wrapped up in that Monty Python's nest. This isn't a comedy, though you do try your best. Yesterday was hard for you, Jay. You cried as you read your old stories and how much pain you were in, but you also saw how far you have come since then. You saw your feelings in mania exposed, my friend. You cursed your name even though you're blessed from your head to your toes, like a good honest Christian. And you gave and wrote that last rose. But Jay, I want you to check this next poetic prose. The beast that finds strength in its suffering will also find solace in the end. For the heat of suffering's fire does more than harden. It causes the beast to confront the uncomfortable position that it has been placed in. And only then does it have a choice of what to do, become the tinder for its own fire and burn through, or grit its teeth, breathe, and let it become you. Now if you can push that out your mouth and have the balls to say it didn't come out your ass, then yesterday and the days before that prove that you have found your own church, your own calm, your own beat, your own song, and homie, that's mass. Put the donation in the whisker basket and in the sun today bask. This has been your older brother who's about to start fucking class. Much love, take care, and don't forget to wash your fucking hair. From one space cowboy soul to another, your older brother, J. Alexander. Now get out there. And now, a quick poem by who? By Jay. Who wrote him? Who wrote him? This one is about a fucking Christ, Space Samurai. Sorry, that was my alarm. I really cannot lie. Rest easy, young Space Samurai. The world is coming to an end, this I cannot lie. But as it dies, another life opens up. In a fraction of a second, we're back and rolling, bud. It just proves this, that the world can turn from shit to golden. It can hit or it can fold in. But I want you to remember this, Space Samurai. It's about perspective and getting older. That is the truth, no lie. With love, your Space Samurai above. If you can't find her in this life, then just snap on a rubber glove. I really hope that you do love the one that comes to you. You've been talking to her a little bit, and you never know, my dude. Zimwa. Time to turn on the camera. Guys, thank you for listening to this episode of JJJ, Jordan's Journey Journal. It really means a lot. This is my hard work. This is my effort. This is how I find my spot. It is my just poetry. It is my life. It is everything that I want to do when it comes to writing. Today was an amazing day, but I'm going to get into the recorded segment by me, your host, Jay. Let me just turn on the camera and do the sign off. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll catch you in the next one, so fuck off. But if you want to stay to the Patreon special and everything before that, let me tip my hat. Zimwa. Space Samurais and Space Cowboys alike, I will catch you on the next hike. Make sure to check out my boy Envoy Beats. This one is Fallen in Love, which everybody should do in the sheets. Zimwa. Goodbye. Double clap! Hello, and welcome to the recorded segment. Zimwa. I don't know what quote I put in the beginning, but it should be a good one. Zimwa. That's all we gotta do. Zimwa. I say a little bit here and there, it kind of floats in between. The Patreon special eventually becomes just a regular thing, but I don't really know who wants to listen to 20 minutes of a dude just saying Zimwa and then translating whatever the fuck that means. It could actually be a part of my OCD, but as my arm's slithering up into my sleeve, I'm saying it's not. I'm saying it's something else, but it is a part of it. I think that everything is indeed dual-sided, and I bought a pipe because I found it fucking hilarious that if I have my cowboy hat on and a pipe in my buggy, my fucking car, then a person who just kind of does this and looks over and be like, who the fuck is this guy? And I'll be like, exactly, who the fuck are you? Zimwa. You fucking basic ass bitch. Zimwa. I can't even stand you. You better spray paint your whip. Anyway. Hello and welcome. This one was pretty dope. I liked it a lot. It was very much a, let me break it down. Exactly what I said. Let me break it down to you real easy. Again, these every single day may consistently consist of the same thing. And it really kind of pisses me off. It doesn't really piss me off. That's not the right word to use. It frustrates me mildly that it seems like I'm saying the same thing to myself over and over and over. But I think the greater lesson is it's just rote memorization, I think is what you should say. Because rote is basically like it's the memorization where you just do it over and over. What I say is you're planting mustard seeds. The idea may seem small, but eventually if you water it and take care of it, if I say the same stuff over and over, today's going to be a good day. Tomorrow I'm going to get up at 8 o'clock and I'm going to go to the gym. And today I did that. I voted with my mom. I went to the gym. I worked out. I actually did some cardio, which was fucking amazing. I never do cardio. And then I immediately sat down and wrote this. And the next thing I'm going to do is go on TikTok and do my art. By the way, Russ Brush on TikTok, if you want to see how I do my art to music. And I want to get in this good cycle because my friend Joe came over last night because he left his pencil case after a man-child support. And he basically told me about this system that you can do. It's by Alex Becker. I don't want to link the video in the description. He's just a great dude. Just browse his channel. But I can tell you the name of the video, and that is "The Science to Destroy Low Motivation" by Alex Becker. If you want to look it up, I'm not going to link it in the description. But it kind of opened my eyes to a lot of stuff. It was basically like cut the crap and stop eating crap and, get your life on track. Figure out what kind of productive person you are. And that was the biggest thing that hit me. Because when it comes to me, I really hate the process of editing. That's why my editing, I don't really edit. It's so slim. Like, if I mess up a line or this on that in the recording in the written segment, I'll go back and I'll edit it or, here and there. And if I think it's fine, I'll just be like, it's fine. It'll pass. But I hate that process of listening, like the man-child supports that we do. I love to make them, but I hate to edit them because you have to sit down for an hour and listen to these people talk. I'm not saying that we don't talk about dope shit, but I'm just saying, like, oh my god, this is like, you look at your watch, you're like, this is the next hour of my goddamn life where I'm sitting in this chair. I want to be doing this. I want to be writing. These 30 minutes, I watch them 1 or 2 times because I enjoy it. It is the self-help that I've constantly been needing. It's like me giving myself my own motivational talk. Like, Jordan, if you're watching this, you fucking got it, man. Today's gonna be sick. I don't exactly know what you're gonna make at the makerspace, but Zimwa, you'll figure it the fuck out, chief. I'm just saying. But yeah, always try to look at the silver lining is also a really big thing that I try to do. People say that I'm a horrifically good devil's advocate sometimes, but emphasis on the horrible, because sometimes people don't want to hear that. Sometimes people just want to know, and sometimes I feel like that's the only advice that I can really give, is just the devil's advocate point of view. But that's always not the worst. That's always not the best thing. It's something that I'm potentially working on. But I try to give them the opposite side of the silver lining. You know, I try to pull people out of the dirt that they're kind of sticking their heads in. But some people just want to vibe there, you know, and that's completely fine. That's their beef. So I choose to hold my tongue a whole lot. But Zimwa, that's another thing. Yeah, there's a lot, but I think the favorite thing, which I'm going to repeat in this recorded segment, is the poetic prose, the line that I did, because it's very important and it's something that I live by, especially with all the mental disorders and physical detriments that I have. It is the thing that I live by. You know, mustard seeds grow great trees, which is what patience and time will make you prevail. And this, the beast that finds strength in its suffering will find solace in the end. The beast that finds strength in its suffering will also find solace in the end. For the heat of suffering's fire does more than harden. It causes the beast to confront the uncomfortable position that it has been placed in, and only then does it have the choice of what to do: become the tinder for its own fire and burn through, or grit its teeth, breathe, and let the fire become you. Everybody has it really hard in this life. Everybody has a mountain of dog shit that they have to go through. You can either choose to, as I always say, lie in the shit, become the shit, or think you're the shit, or take the shit and make it into manure. Plant some goddamn seeds. But it's not as easy as it does seem. You see, you still have to be a good farmer. You still have to check the weather reports. You still have to give it water. You have to hope that the sun comes through my door. What does that mean? Zimwa, the window. I don't know. You know? So what are you trying to say, Jay? I'm trying to say this. 2 seconds. I'm trying to say this. Zimwa. The air. If you look at smoke, what do you see? Boundless potential by me. It's how I draw, it's how I doodle, it's how I create life. It's how the window and the sun cast day and night. It's how I see the love of my life. It's how I eventually get to the place where I need to be. Everybody has a purpose in this life, and they can truly see that if you stare long enough, the smiles will come through. And that's all I'm here to do, is to make you happy, my dude. Because yesterday I was not in a very good mood. I went through all of my old journal entries about her, and if you know her, then you know who. And that was tough, because it showed exactly how obsessed I was with this one person. But how I have to start working towards leaving that phase and working towards brighter days. Because the thing with harm OCD is, as long as you have it, which I do, kids, it is a horrific detriment, because believe me, I know. But it's also the OCD part, yo. Everything must be fixed, perfect, organized, and in a line, and my procrastinator ass does not want to do it, so it's fine. But the really hard thing is the obsession that brings when you're just trying to be happy at the end of the day, kings. Because even though I'm not looking at the camera, I can still feel its vibe. Even though this shit doesn't have to pop, I can still go till I'm 35. But as I said, at the end of the day, I'm just blown O's, smoke rings away. What does that mean? It means I'm an old school cowboy. And that's all I really need to say. Lonely trail, dusty day. Zimwa. Time for the Patreon special. Really? Yeah. Again, if this was dog shit, don't watch it. This is me learning to become a better storyteller off the cuff. And the Patreon special is me just going crazy. So, anyway, Zimwa. You ready? Yes, I am always ready. Alright, turn it down. So is this on the recorded segment? It's all recorded. That's the whole point. I've been going for 17 minutes. I have 4 more minutes. 6 more minutes. So let me tell you this about where to hold your stick. And by that, he doesn't mean a dick. By that, he means something else. He means where college hangs yourself. Because Jordan's in a very big indecision right now. Whether he should pipe down. Whether he should quit, pick up the recovery support specialist shit, and do well there. Eventually move out. Not have a whole lot of debt. Not have a whole lot of shit in his hair. Shit in my head. You see, he can do a lot of good. But he doesn't necessarily know if the college situation is best misunderstood. Because you see, with me, I look up. I see a bright future for someone. But he also has to stay cemented on the ground. He's been applying for graphic design jobs, and everything needs a bachelor's now. So regardless of how big your dreams are, you can't get there in one day. You have to settle for something. Jay, you got bills to pay. You have to borrow money from your parents just to pay gas to get there. How the fuck you think you're gonna move out of here? Let alone the van is gone clear. You can ask people to donate. You can ask for their spare change. Honestly, all he really wants is 2 cents to his name. But 1 cent to stay sane. Because even though he can sell these works, he can see great faces in all of them, which you can see right here. All he wants to be is in the mental space that is mentally clear. He wants to settle down. He wants to show you the true power of writing now. Because if you can understand the scribbles, if you can see through his lines, you'll realize it's a coping mechanism. Something that he has to learn to accept in time. That the universe is 2 parts. It can be the art, but it also has to be what he calls the science. He can fly in the sky, but he won't really be flying. He'll be still cemented on the ground. Now, how would you imagine that? A balloon in the air that can move a rock and then settle down. That's actually a pretty good description, my friend. How about a kite and I'm just holding it then? It's an even better one. Move to the next page. Zemois, look at that. Some purple for your days. I'm just saying, Chief, if you look right there, that's all you really need to do. That's all I really care. If you just grind down sticks, add a pretty funky blade to that shit, then maybe you'll be pretty cool. Maybe you'll actually make it through school. You're gonna have a lot on your plate next semester. Not even worrying about her. So don't shit yourself out of luck yet. Remember the karmic curve. You said yesterday, actually let me say the day before that it was all aces from here. So what do you think about that, Jack? You see, when it comes to the journal, it gets better with time. It is a grand lesson for Jordan to learn about patience and how it will all be fine. If you imagine this extrapolated, imagine the first segment of your life being shit. But out of nowhere, when you take a second to calm down and stop looking at it, that you kind of stop being a dick. You stop speaking with that poetic tongue. Honestly, dude, this is just to reach out to your shotgun. That just means Kiki, the person who will eventually find me in life and just be like, yo, you're the shit. And I'm Kiki. Who's Kiki? The daughter of death. It does not mean anything more than the person that I married. It is a title. This is I am the Kaisha Kunin of smoke. Rusty's brush. Zemois Zemois. Death's brush. Spirit. Any name that you choose to give yourself. I just give her that. because I'm a crazy fool. Madly in love with the mind state of a cap, a hairdo, and a tool. You want to explain that for a hot second? Sure. So what he means by that is, he's the red herring. Life is a little bit too much oversharing. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. I think we're at about 24 minutes. 23 exactly. Ain't that the shit? It was like 23:03, but I'm counting that as 23. We aced it. Again, the grand lesson of the journal is who can stay on the longest? Who can back the dude's shit the longest? Because karma works in magical ways. It is ridiculous. I've seen it happen firsthand. People see it happen firsthand all the fucking time. You know? Zemwa, it is beautiful. My life is I call it karmic, karmic bending. It's not necessarily saying that if I throw this blue snowball microphone at the wall, exactly. Well, that's exactly it, but if I throw this blue snowball at the wall, that is me destroying something that I hold value in and need. Therefore, I will get something back. It's not even that. It's just doing good in this world and hoping that you'll get it back. Don't overthink it. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, and space samurais and cowboys alike, as always, I'll catch you on the next hike. Remember, even if it starts shit and is shit all the way through, at the end you still got you, dude. I hope to be your oasis in the desert. I hope to be your sands and a good time. I hope to everybody reads The Alchemist, finds the pyramids, finds their Fatima, reads the signs. Then what? It's so easy when I say, yeah, what can you do? It's like, I'm just an alchemist. Really? Yeah, the most ironic thing in the world, in my reality at least, is a boy lives a life, reads a book called The Alchemist about a boy who's living a life. About a boy who's living a life. Mom. Zemwa. Shout out to my mom who actually got me the book. A boy has a life. Me. A boy gets a book called The Alchemist about a boy who becomes an alchemist. And then the boy who has a life becomes an alchemist. If you can circle that all back in the cosmic knot that is, it's fucking ridiculous, kids. You can be anything you want to be in this world. It's just about having a realistic perspective on it. That's all I got. 25 minutes. We're over by 1 minute, but it's fine. I'm not that hot. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I'm not manic. Not at all. I can just bust it out at any point in time. You know how like Naruto can like eventually dap up his demons and Zemwa just channel that energy and just have like a Rasengan the size of the fucking moon. Zemwa, everyone can. I can too. But I'm still battling with Kurama, man. I'm still battling with my nine-tailed fox. I am nowhere near Shippuden or Boruto. I am still OG Naruto. Zemwa, trying to learn the ways of the ninja way, dude. Trying to learn the ninja way. Believe it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'll catch you on the next hike. This has been your space cowboy, your space samurai, Zemwa, your dude. Be easy. Remember the sign off. Roy Lars is on Mars, smoking bars that are not Xanax or Klonopin. Before you do drugs, take a sip of gin, get your lavender pen, and realize that it's always been within. I will see you, Stardust, on the next episode once again. Turns off the camera. Now we get funky. Now we get weird. Now we vibe. What did you do? I literally just smoked my pipe. Really? That's it. And I look outside and I bask in the sun, like I said. I'm just saying, dude. Life is a whole lot much simpler. A whole lot much. Life is much simpler than we make it out to be. You can do literally anything at any point in time. If I really wanted to, I could walk to Florida right now. By the time I got there, it'd probably be pretty warm. But I choose to stay here. Like, dude, c'est moi. I fucking could. People are like, oh, I don't have enough gas. Walk. I'm gonna get bored. Okay, your legs will get stronger. I'm gonna run out of food. Scavenge. How do you think the old cowboys did it, hombre? They had beef jerky. If not, they ate the dog. Like, come on. If not, they ate the fucking horse. Have a mission in life. Have a mission in life and get after it. Find a way. If you can't walk, if you can't fly a plane, take a train. If you can't take a train, hop a bus. If you can't take a bus, take a car. If you can't take a car, bike. If you can't bike, rollerblade. If you can't rollerblade, longboard. If you fucking can't longboard, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. If you can't crawl, cry and hope that the tears act as lubricant so you'll slide. You feel me? Alright. Deuces. Deuces, not nooses. Why? Woo. I don't want to tooch that. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll catch you later.